Hi, welcome to Math 87, Lesson 124. In this lesson, we're going to talk about estimating square roots and we're going to talk about special angles. Now we've reviewed square roots by remembering that 2 times 2 equals 4. So we say the square root of 4 is 2. 3 times 3 equals 9. So the square root of 9 is 3. 5 times 5 equals 25. So the square root of 25 equals 5. The number 30 does not have a whole number square root. Now we can estimate the square root of 30 by guessing and checking. If we know how to estimate square roots, then we will know if the answer we get from a square root on a calculator is reasonable. Let's estimate the square root of 30. So looking at these numbers, we see that 4 times 4 equals 16. 4 is too small. 5 times 5 equals 25. 25 is too small. 5 is too small. 6 times 6 equals 36. 6 is too large. Since 30 is between 25 and 36, we know that the number will be between 5 and 6 for its square root. Now, if we use the square root key on a calculator, we get the square root of 30 equals 5.4772256. This result is reasonable because the square root of 30 is a whole number. The square root of 30 is a number between 5 and 6. Now, the square root of 90 is between two consecutive whole numbers. Now we begin again by guessing. 6 times 6 equals 36, so 6 is too small. 7 times 7 equals 49, so 7 is too small. 8 times 8 equals 64, so 8 is too small. 9 times 9 equals 81, so 9 is too small. 10 times 10 equals 100. 10 is too large. Since 90 is between 81 and 100, then the square root of 90 is a number between 9 and 10. Now we're going to talk about special angles. Here, let me move this. If the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degrees, we say that the angles are complementary. So right here, the sum of these two angles, angle A and B, equals 90 degrees. So this angle is complementary. If the sum of the measure of two angles is 180, we say that the angles are supplementary angles. So over here, C and D equal 180. So those angles are supplementary angles. Now the book gives us a little trick to remember these angles. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it actually does help. If you look at this, the right angle formed here kind of resembles a C in complementary. So you can think of a right angle, a 90-degree angle, forming the C in complementary. The S in supplementary resembles two right angles. Now, these two right angles total 180. So you can remember that the two right angles that kind of represent an S would equal a supplementary angle. Now, when we look at this, when two lines cross, four angles are formed. The pair of opposite angles are called vertical angles. So these are vertical angles. C and D are vertical, and A and B are vertical. Vertical angles have the same measure, or their angles are equal. So angle A and B are a pair, angle C and D are a pair. Now, those measures equal the same. It's easy to see why vertical angles are equal. So let's begin with angle C. Let's say angle C, here, Here, let me write this. Angle C is 150 degrees. If the 150 degree angle and angle A, so this angle and this angle, they make a straight line or a straight angle. And if you'll recall, straight angles are this is a supplementary angle. They equal 180 degrees. So then we can figure out that angle A is 30 degrees because 150 plus 30 equal 180. Now, and since angle A is 30 degrees and angle A and angle B are vertical angles, angle B is also 30 degrees. So we can see that this is also 30 degrees. Now looking at this, either 30-degree angle and angle D form a straight angle. So angle D is 150 degrees because remember, a straight angle is 180 degrees total. Now from this, we can see why vertical angles are equal. Looking at this, we can see why these are equal. Now you do have some practice problems estimating the square roots, as well as some questions about angles. I am going to put the answers to the practice problems in Canvas. So if you would like to practice those, you can check your work in Canvas.